Oh, and what's it been like with Rick Toccet so far? Just wondering how much you've gotten to know him a little bit, and so far 2 days in with systems, what's that been like?
Yeah, it's been great. I talked to him just after he got hired, but a good phone call, and then just stuff here and there with camp. But it's been good. It's been refreshing. I think a lot of the guys are excited, and I think it's been a good camp so far. You can tell the pace is there, but we're working on systems right away, so it's been exciting so far.
What was your focus this summer in terms of on ice emphasis in the gym, whatnot?
Yeah, I think, obviously after a year like last year, there's a lot to take away. There's stuff you can nitpick. Obviously, there's stuff that goes on behind the scenes that, I can technically nitpick. And a lot of that stuff is on-ice stuff, small area stuff, in tight, getting back into those habits that I know I've had that I lost a little bit last year. And overall, just changed my mindset a little bit of getting back to where I was.
When Rick had his introductory press conference, he mentioned untapped talent on the Flyers. When I spoke with him, he said that you were one of those guys. How do you think he can maybe help elevate your game?
Yeah, he mentioned that when we spoke too. I think it's going to help me in terms of hanging on to pucks, and he's played, right. He's seen the game from all angles, and he's been around the league coaching for a while. So I'm excited to continue working with him and see what he challenges me.
You obviously know Jed a little bit from last year when he made the team out of camp. You've been spending some time with him here through the first 2 days. What have you seen any improvement maybe from one year to the next, and how has it been just skating with him so far? What have you seen from him?
Yeah, I think he's that little bit more comfortable. I think he came into camp last year and didn't say a word. But no, he's a great kid. He's got a lot of skill. Over the summer I've actually talked to guys that played with him in Guelph, and they've kind of said once you get him going, he's good. So a little bit of improvements. Yeah, obviously coming off an injury right before camp, but he's been good. He plays with a lot of pace. He thinks the game really well, and he simplifies things. So it's been good.
I think just the mental aspect of it, right? When you're in year two, it's got to you went through it. It's got to be just worlds different, right?
You're more familiar with with the guys and with guys in camp. Obviously, new systems and everything for him too. So we're all going through that together. But in terms of being around the same guys, and I think when you come in the second year, you can kind of let your shoulders relax a little bit, and you know your game, and know guys around you a little bit more.
Oh, and you're a guy where with your speed and your skill, you kind of thrive on the rush. And Rick has mentioned that he doesn't necessarily want to lose that element of the team's game, but he does want the team to hold on to pucks more, be more of a possession team. Do you think you'll have to make adjustments to the way you play, or maybe not even adjustments, but just add things to your game?
Yeah, I think there's tons to add. I think a lot of us, there's going to be stuff to add, and just because we're going to be able to hang on more pucks and be more creative doesn't mean we have to lose that pace. I think we can still play as quick as we can, and once we get used to playing that style of game, we're going to be creative off the rush while making that decision pretty quickly. And, it'll be good to use our pace that we've used in years past, but also add to it.
He's talked a lot about how he likes to make it a little easier on the goalies, and he likes to kind of cut the ice in half and, avoid those post-to-post kind of movements for goalies. How much does it help you as a forward kind of maybe simplify things a little bit in the defensive zone?
Yeah, I think today was the first day we really touched on that. It's a five-man group whenever you're in the D zone, and as long as your responsibility as everyone else's, it's going to make it easier, and ultimately that kind of makes it easier on the goalies and not putting them in a position where they have to go post to post and they can see every shot coming at them. So, like I said, today was the first day we kind of touched on that stuff, and it's going to be exciting to keep going and build on that.
Do you feel as a veteran? Go ahead, Wayne.
I know it's only the second day of camp, but are you interested to find out how this power play may play out in terms of new coach, new style, new system, and maybe changing the whole setup?
Yeah, every coach is different. Everyone runs it different. It'll be interesting to see kind of their philosophies. Obviously, they've seen the years prior, and it's going to be nice to kind of work on that and get reps in right away, and ultimately, hopefully, upgrade it from where it was last year.
There's a number of younger wingers here that are trying to make a push, right? We see Bump and Grabenkin and, even Gendron on your line, right? Do you feel like there's more room, there's more internal competition right now for not just spots, but playing time and responsibilities? And does that help, maybe push you a little bit?
Yeah, I think whenever you have guys like that coming up, it obviously pushes everyone. It's good to have that inner competition, just knowing that the next guy's right behind you. And, I think it shows in the pace today. Everyone's pushing for their own goal and their own reason. And, it makes camp a lot more kind of intense and competitive when it is that way. But, at the end of the day, we're all teammates. We're all part of the same organization, so you're going to have fun doing it.
Kind of as a follow-up to that, with the influx of young guys, it kind of seems like just yesterday that you were, a new face. You got traded to the team and whatnot. But do you kind of feel yourself stepping into more of a veteran role, especially as all these young guys are hitting camp with real chances to make the team?
Yeah, I think so. I think that was a big part of the transition last year, too. I think realizing I was kind of over that hump of being a younger guy and turning into that kind of more, I guess, leadership role and, realizing that you're no longer one of those younger guys. And I think that was a big kind of step last year coming into camp. Obviously there's more to learn. And I think just knowing that I can help guys out that were in my position at one point and, that I might have a bit more voice with those young guys now.